Legendary Colonial Marine training base Golgotha. Final transmission follows. Origin of vessel unidentified. LLC 43A34. Portugal sector perimeter. Tragedy class top center retrieved. Negative hail response. Unidentified vessel retrieved for further examination. Vessel docked at Service Bay 5. Boarding team cleared to enter vessel. Monitor reports side-on discharge. Intruder alert. Base condition red. Emergency procedures engaged. Escape pod max. All units launch. Auto defense. All jets. Zero tolerance. Proximity alert. New vessel entering. Portugal sector. New vessel identification unknown. A1 auto defense. Overridden. New vessel docked at A1. Intruder alert. Transmission ends.
And welcome to Alien vs Predator, a game for the Atari Jaguar, which I don't really know anything about. It's a console that has been, at least for me, broadly lost to time. I'm a fan of some other Alien vs Predator games. Well, at least one. So I have high hopes for this, although it is older than I am. One of the selling points of this franchise is that you can play either an alien, a predator, or a boring human. Despite the name of the game, I'm probably going to start with the boring human, because honestly I feel like it gives the most balanced view of these games. I'll probably try out the alien and the predator at the end, just to see what they're like. My name is apparently Lance J. Lewis, which doesn't sound like a real name. Oh, I've struck an officer! I'm a bad boy! I mean, in a broad sense, all soldiers are bad boys, but I'm an especially bad boy. I've been put in the brig. Now, let's have a conversation about the controls and HUD. This is how it's meant to look, I promise. I know it looks wrong, I know. But I've checked. I don't know why either. It was 1994, they were trying some stuff out. I also don't know what an Atari Jaguar controller looks like, so figuring out the controls is going to be a fun experience for both of us.
What on earth got a hold of this guy?
Okay, that's a bit like when I do accents and people yell at me. You can tell that these characters are meant to be American, but voiced by English people. Alien vs Predator is a 1994 first-person shooter developed by Rebellion Developments and published by Atari for the Atari Jaguar. It's the first entry in Rebellion's Alien vs Predator franchise. The turning circle is quite slow. This is as fast as I can turn, which I feel like in a game about evil aliens trying to eat my bones or whatever, that's going to be rough. I don't know what these are either. I assume these are cryogenic pods or escape pods. Actually, I think that's a nuclear symbol down at the bottom, isn't it? So maybe these are generators? I don't know why there would be nuclear generators in the brig, but I won't question the future. Oh, it's an alien! Okay, let's figure out how to fire. It's the A button! Eee! Oh my god, it's like steering a jeep. Okay, we've killed our first alien. I've got a score! Remember when games had scores? I feel like that went out the window after a while. Now, from my knowledge of the alien universe, which is not the deepest, but it's deep-ish, like a heavy puddle, I imagine I will get hurt if I walk over this blood. I will! We went through a learning experience together and now we'll do better in the future. What was this Ailamau guarding? I don't know. Maybe they're just peppered throughout the base. You know as much as I do with that intro, which I'm sure used a very irritating voice modulator effect. Because I know myself. Aliens! Oh, there's a few in there! I don't know how many shotgun I picked up. I mean, I forgot how to speak there apparently. How many shotgun? Oh, Christ! Ow! That hurt quite a bit. I think my ammo is just above the shotgun, and I appear to have one little tick left, which means I probably don't have enough to take out another Ailamau, if there are more Ailamau's. Pulse rifle rounds. Okay, well that's helpful. Do I have a pulse rifle? If I did, I wouldn't know how to switch to it.
Computer engaged.
I didn't even realise that was going to work. I just started clicking things. Level schematic. I'd love to have a map, please. Thank you. Oh my god, where am I? I must be in the brig? Or I probably came out of the brig? So this might be the library? Oh Christ, we'll figure it out, I guess. I'm a private. Now, I know nothing about the US military, I don't know what private means. I don't know if that's high up or the absolute lowest of the low. Bullet sponge grunt. During prisoner's trial sentence, Marine training ship encountered vessel of unknown origin. Docking was initiated and the alien vessel was boarded. This is the intro again, basically. Airlocks are located on levels 1, 3, and 5. Locate briefing room and access the computers there for further information. Okay, so we are not in the briefing room. That's good to know.
Computer disengaged.
That is the noise my computer makes every night when I turn it off. I don't want to find another alien because I don't think I have any other weapons. Oh, I'm very worried. Oh, well, I mean, there's more aliens right there. I can see them beyond that gate. And we're good. Never mind. I would love more aliens, please. Already, I'm actually kind of into it. It feels very Doom, as you would expect looking at this still right here. But Doom is fine, and actually this feels a little bit smoother and more weighty. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it feels like my character has some heft to him, whereas in Doom, you're kind of just floating around on ice skates. I feel like I'm plodding around as a big beef boy. I'm gonna shoot one. I don't want to ruin everyone's life, and I don't want to run out of ammunition, but I'm gonna shoot one of these things. Okay, it did nothing, but we had to check. Wait, I can't kick it. Thunk. If it has a nuclear symbol on it, I probably shouldn't be kicking it. Alien vs. Predator received mixed or average reviews on all platforms, scoring as low as a 65 on Metacritic, and garnering quotes like, "the year's most disappointing title thus far." Is it weird to say that in this game that is fairly well lit and fairly old, that I'm a little bit spooked? Maybe it's because I'm recording this quite late at night and I have all the lights off. Sorry, that last slide was about one of the 15 other games with the same title. This game won many Best of 1994 awards and is considered one of the best Atari Jaguar games ever released. More modern reviewers even saying, this dark and atmospheric corridor shooter still manages to impress today's jaded gamers with its smooth graphics and gameplay. I will say, the aliens don't seem like that much of a threat on their own. It's an interesting thing about the Aliens and Aliens vs. Predator franchise, is that it turned the alien from something very, very spooky into a sort of Zerg monster, or a zombie, something that was only frightening in a horde. I like both. Oh god. I mean, I say I like the Aliens vs. Predator series. Most of it's really bad. I'm assuming everybody watching this will have seen the films. Medkit collected. Oh, it just auto-healed me. More shotguns, please. Food? What, I just ate a sandwich and that helped? But the movies are very, very bad. Shotgun? Yes! God, I'm good at games. A little behind the scenes here. Normally on these games, I'm not playing on the actual hardware, and so I have the ability to save state, which makes my life a lot easier because you don't need to use checkpoints or manual saves. That little message just popped up in the background. That worries the hell out of me. That's not going to be a good time. A dead scientician, I assume. Medkit collect. I'm doing amazingly. Maybe I'll never need to save because I'll just never die. Can I kick this? Can I shoot it? I don't want to just keep shooting it. That seems like a horrible idea. This was the 1990s, which could be fairly brutal. Not always. There's easy games from the 1990s. It's just that most of them were not. Eee! I wonder if this has endlessly respawning enemies. Ooh, a security card. I'm going to be great. Because I recently, on my stream, played the 1999 sequel to this, which is just called Aliens vs. Predator, and it was not as fun as I remembered. And one of the reasons for that was that they seemed to just throw endless auto-respawning enemies at you, which is something I very infrequently enjoy. Sorry if you have motion sickness, by the way, because I can already tell this is going to affect some people. I missed! Christ. Well, I mean, there's 1,100 medkits around. It's not that big a deal. I feel like Private Jackathy Jimkins, or whatever his name was, I've genuinely forgotten, is having no fear about the situation. I've got so many pulse rifle rounds. Could I have a pulse rifle, please? I'm maxed out on shotgun. I mean, as long as we're just fighting these basic boys, I don't need anything else. I'm doing too well. The devs are raging. They didn't realize anybody could get through this so well. That was just all the brig, by the way. I'm noticing the signs now. Don't worry, if I get lost, it'll be cut out for you. It'll be as annoying as hell for me.
Access denied.
You prick. I got a special badge and everything. Can I go through this one? Ah! My god, they're quick. And now, like a genius, I have acided up that entire corridor, so that's going to be fun for later. Well, it said find the briefing room. Now that I'm situated, I'm going to quickly run back and look at that map again. Bear with me. The briefing room should be to the right of me as I come out of here, I think? I find this map, and it's probably just because I'm stupid, but I find this map quite difficult to read.
Computer disengaged.
Oh, I have the turning circle of a semi-truck. I feel like I should be able to go like whip whip like an FBI agent. I guess maybe I've been in the brig for longer than I thought. I'm atrophied. Is this where I just was? Is this where I need to be? The alien vessel contained leathery objects, roughly 1 meter in height. Under investigation, a parasitic xenomorph emerged from what is assumed to be an egg. It attached itself to a crew member and as yet will not come off, although it appears to be doing no direct harm to the victim. The patient died from attempted removal of parasite. Ship's Captain Hampton has ordered immediate quarantine, as these creatures have been found traveling in the air ducts. Further information has been logged into the library located north of the canteen. Ship librarian Lieutenant McNamee has access with security card 2. His location is currently unknown. I apologize to everybody for that voice. I don't know which room I'm in currently. Got lots of pulse rifle rounds. That's good. Once I get a pulse rifle, I'm going to be the most powerful being in space. I'm actually kind of enjoying that this isn't a straight-up Doom clone, as would have been so easy to do in this era. That it actually has a little bit of walking around, bit of quiet in between the fights. Lets the atmosphere build up a bit. Because I believe this was originally... I don't know much about this game. I'll be doing the research afterwards, if you want to peek behind the screen. But I believe this was originally going to be a port of a beat-em-up for arcade machines before it was radically overhauled and made into something else. An unofficial remake of the game was released in 2019, made using the Unreal Engine. It's completely free, and it looks... fine. Petty officers area? I'm sure that's a military term, but it just makes me think they're all very passive-aggressive. They comment on your shoes not being shiny enough.
Computer engaged.
Science Officer Sousa reporting. It has been just over 48 hours since first contact, and the ship is now being overrun with these creatures. Their degree of hostility is the most of any being I have ever encountered. The aliens have acid for blood, which causes damage during close-range battle. Officer Hunter reporting. Some of the crew have holed up in a storage area south of the barracks. This area is now only accessible via the ship's air ducts. I guess we're getting into the air ducts. I mean, really what we are actually doing is wandering around. Remember when games didn't have mini-maps? I mean, I have broadly fond memories, slightly frustrating memories, but also fond of drawing my own maps in video games. I'm not that old, but you know, I have done it when I'm playing older games. Like Thief the Dark Project. I remember one of the mechanics in that game is that the maps are hand-drawn and quite terrible for lore reasons. I remember drawing my own map. Can I shoot you? Stand back a bit. I can shoot you, but you don't- ooh, never mind, you explode! Okay, good thing I stood back. We'll keep that in mind. Shut up and leave me alone. Oh, I have to walk over your blood. I guess that's probably a tactic I have to consider. If I killed them too close to doors, it'll make getting around really irritating. So lead them out a bit. Oh, don't run in their blood! And then turning is gonna cost me. Yep. Well, that went about as well as you'd expect, I think. Got two right in this doorway. Can I just sneak round? No! I now understand why they're putting so many medkits around. Well, there's nothing in here. Unless I can take these out. I'm not willing to put any more than 3 shots into that thing. That seems like a hugely wasteful endeavour. Great thing about this, and they do seem to be staying dead, is that I imagine I will be able to use their bodies as breadcrumbs. In a Hansel and Gretel way, not in a delicious chicken Kiev way. That's a boy. I caught him out of the corner of my eye. I see you, you little running feet. Oh! It's quite eerie, and I imagine this is from a technical standpoint, that they just couldn't fit a lot of sounds onto the disc. Did the Atari Jaguar even use discs? I do appreciate that the aliens don't make any sound when they run, because it makes them quite spooky. I keep catching them out of the corner of my eye, and then going, oh god. Another fantastic decision they've made. The doors appear to be staying open. That's amazing. Anytime I see a closed door, I go through it, no matter what. That will always be the right way to go. The barracks and the canteen. We're back in the canteen. We've looped back round to the canteen. Tremendous. I'm gonna say it, this channel has broadly turned into a sort of hopefully kind of funny and entertaining first impressions review channel. I prefer this to the 1999 game. Oh my god, that might change in a second! Okay, turn around and then just shoot. Christ in heaven, that was spooky. I mean, I think I probably want to get back into that room, but I don't ideally want to do it by traipsing through all of that goo. So I'd like to get back to the canteen and go up if possible. Oh, I think I've made my way around the goo. God, I'm good at navigation. Was there any more bread in the canteen? I was commenting on how prevalent the medkits were earlier, and suddenly I seem to have run out. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like this canteen is not using its floor space efficiently. There is like 5 tables in here and they're all so far apart. I mean, it said petty officers. Maybe all of the soldiers are very catty and cliquey. It's like watching the Mean Girls. God, I sound old. It's like watching that film, The Mean Girls. The ones with Lindsay Lohan.
Access denied.
Oh, you prick. Okay, we've circled back around to the place we cannot go. Okay, I found a lift. Do I want to go up in the lift? Sub-level 3. Is that where we are right now? 3 floors below surface. It does feel musty. Ooh! Christ, stop shooting them indoors! Oh god, they were having lunch! Run, 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 run. Turn around quickly, because there's probably more. Yep. Any more? Oh! Stop giving me ammunition for things I don't have. This was one of Rebellion's earliest games. Its success led them to making more games in the franchise, including the acclaimed Aliens vs. Predator from 1999 and the infamous reboot from 2010. Any more little boys having their lunch? That's what probably did it. Lunchlies. I've heard they're full of mold, probably full of parasites. Mr. Beast, whenever he smiles, the sort of dead look in his eyes kind of reminds me of an alien.
Access denied.
Go away. Is that an air duct? Possibly. Oh no. Okay. This is very spooky and I don't have a map for this. Do we think that there's gonna be stuff in these air ducts? Because they mentioned face huggers, which I find a little bit cute. I think more than the average. Whoa, Jesus Christ, that's so much worse! Let's not go that way. Incredible core strength to be moving that fast in an air duct. Am I not hitting this one? Oh my god. I'm gonna run out of ammunition soon. Oh, for Christ's sake! I'm out of ammo! Why'd I think going into the vents would be a good idea? I came last as well. Who's Mike? Mike was having a fantastic round. Oh, and you go back to the very beginning. Let's try out a different character, because there doesn't appear to be any saves, which is brutal. If this is an arcade-style score 'em up where it's like, get as far as possible, although it does imply that maybe you could finish each campaign in, I don't know, under a couple of hours? Maybe it's even a roguelite, I don't know.
survival. Cocoon enemy with claw tail claw.
I assume that's what they sound like. I don't know what that means. Oh, Jesus! What is that? Why am I down? Oh, God! Kill him! Run! Run away! Jesus Christ, run away! Claw, tail, claw. That's probably what they mean. I am so low on health. I started off by being shot. Close other airlock door first. I'm gonna die! Let's try that again. Run, hide around the corner, wait for them to come round, and then just slap them. Already a bit better. Oh, this seems rough. Can I eat their brain? How would I regain health? Also, I'm very quick, but my turning circle is still not great. I mean, they're gonna be right there. Can I go this way? Yes, I can. Okay, hang on. Where'd they go? Ah! Did they run off? I mean, that would help. Oh no, there he is! Kill him. Ow! Ow, that hurts! Christ, that hurts! Oh. This difficulty was present in the 1999 version as well. That the alien is just weird and hard to control. Maybe try tailing them. Maybe we should just run away. I'm very quick. That seemed to work okay. Now we have the upper hand. Oh! I should try and cocoon some boys. So we go B, X, B. Hi. Cocoon, the enemy. Alright. Now what does that do? Can I eat you? I have no idea what that did. Maybe I'm just leaving him there for some friendly head crabs later on. Oh! Eat him. I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to eat him. What the hell is that? Can I eat you? I mean, this looks suitably alien, but as a result, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Other than H.R. Giger's Wet Dreams. Sounds like a horrible concept album. The alien screams are allegedly digitized from the shrieks of Atari Vice President Richard Miller's newborn baby. Oh, Jesus Christ, fire! Okay, maybe the alien isn't for me. Maybe you need to be a real hardcore gamer to be an alien. Predator's basically James Bond, but with a much, much harder to look at face. Let's try that one out.
Climb the skull of the alien queen. Attack when visible to gain honor. And points. Lose points by killing without honor. Points gain access to superior weapons.
I guess the Predator is voiced by Phil Mitchell. Oh, for God's sake, why? Why now? Hurt him! It's just a baffling choice to not have a gun. Oh my God, what am I even looking at? Why is it so orange? Oh, I can do the worst, most horrific night vision in the world. Orange mode. Let's stick with orange mode. Predator does seem a bit better. I don't know how to go invisible. We'll see. I don't know what honor score I need. I can barely make out the letters because it's orange on orange. This is the ugliest bit so far. Truly hard to look at. I feel like I'm in Garfield's intestines. Oh God! Kill him! What, does he have iron guts? There we go. At least he ran out of fire juice. Oh, that feels like worse than no vision. There aren't many buttons that do anything, so I must not have invisibility yet. I'm leaning further and further back from the mic and squinting my eyes in this level. That's some sort of boy. I thought it was a zombie for a second. Don't think it's that kind of game. I find the background noise oddly soothing. You know how you can find videos on YouTube? Don't look at other videos on YouTube. I'm your special friend. Never forsake me. But you can, if you were to betray me, find other videos on YouTube. And some of them are titled things like 8 hours of the next generation bridge noise. And it's just vague sci-fi thrumming. Kinda reminds me of that. I feel like I could go to sleep to this. I mean, I might have an unsettled, nightmare-fueled sleep, but I'd be asleep. Smash him. Stop shooting me. Unlike you Marines, I can't just eat delicious loaves of fresh bread in order to regain my health. So it's really rough for me. In the 1999 version, you could stab yourself in the nipples with a special sort of goo in order to regain health at any time. Made the Predator a lot easier. I can barely make out what's a doorway and what isn't. I don't even know what was shooting me. There we go. Were you hiding in my meat caverns? I've warned you all about that. Oh, Christ. Ow! I appear to have a chance to hit as the Predator, which is making it very annoying. It's like playing Morrowind. I understand the intent of making the aliens quite weird to play and the humans more intuitive. However, this kind of makes me feel like I've just taken a lethal dose of acid. Oh, I've just found the save function! I pressed pause and then start, and you can adjust the HUD opacity, turn it all the way off if you want, or save. That would have helped as the Marine. I'm just gonna say it now. I don't know what the B button is. I'm gonna assume it's the A button, because we live in a topsy-turvy world. Now I can see that I have 5 ammonites, or maybe anomalocaruses. Hasn't really helped. Maybe those are my claws. I don't know why I have 5 of them. I guess I probably have 5 fingers, although I'm an Ailamau. Who knows what I've got going on? I could have 11. I could be like an AI-generated image. Hey, corpse on the floor. Do you know where the hell I am? Do you know what a door looks like in this world? Help! The models for the game were imported via stop-motion photography from physical figurines and kits, and the textures were scanned and digitized from tiles the art team made out of latex, wax, pipes, and even Lego. I think that's incredibly cool. Oh! Jesus Christ, when I found some people, that scared the absolute Christ out of me. It's not meant to be a horror game as the Predator. Die! I've cut it out almost definitely for you, but that followed, I'm gonna say, 2 solid minutes of wandering around, my eyes slowly going crossed, as all my brain can process is the noise in the background and the orange on my screen. I've started looking at the OBS preview window, which is much smaller on my second monitor. Oh, have I found a door? Oh, close other airlock door first. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be on the night shift. Maybe this is why the Predator's so upset all the time, because he lives in that
Lovely.
hole. Is there anyone here that would like to be stabbed? Knife to meet you. Let's take another look at the Marine, Jackathy Jimathan or whatever. I've played for, I don't know, 10 minutes off camera, and I think I've broadly got back to where I was, which is tragic that that's how long it took. But I also found an airlock. Am I allowed to open this?
Access denied.
That's security 06, never mind. Alright. This is the one I seemed to enjoy the most. And I did genuinely enjoy it, so let's just play around with this a little bit more. Try not, at least to the best of your abilities, to succumb to the vents. Maybe we'll go up a lift. Run! Don't know what their AI is like, and their pathing. It's pretty alright! Okay, that's bad for me. Oh god, it's another entrance to the thing. Alright, fine, let's try it again. Is this a good idea? Obviously not. Oh, come on! This place is hell. I've heard that air vents are actually very unpleasant and frequently impossible to crawl around in like this! Not just because of this thing, but because they're very small, typically. Because you're not supposed to have people or Ailamous in them. Mainly they're for air, and that takes up very little space. Oh, for Christ's sake, just run, just run, just run. Sub-level 4? Oh god, well maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Because I think I was on sub-level 3 before. This feels like it could get very difficult and very convoluted. I sort of resent any game that makes me find security keycards, but it does work as a horror mechanic. Another alien-related horror game that used it was, I think, Alien Isolation. I think that had a key card system in it. And that's a pretty good game, mostly. Oh, well that's a big old egg. Can I shoot that? Oh, Christ! Okay. Those grabby little hands keep twitching. Is that going to come back to life? What was going on with H.R. Giger? I mean, look at that. They're very lip-like. If I say more, YouTube will come down on me like a ton of bricks. Placed in realistic texture-mapped corridors, your movement is put in real-time action. Camera speeds race as you're being chased down hallways with a high frame rate. Exceptional colors and shadow effects put you right in the action. The training maze. That sounds like the most awful place in the world. I don't want to go in the training maze right now. One more time, it was the 90s. For some reason, game developers thought that everybody loved mazes. I don't know why either. Oh, this boy's been cocooned. Can I talk to you? Should I put you out of your misery? Can't really seem to. Well, I got some gas. I assume this being set in space America, that means petrol, and that's a flamethrower. But I only have the one gun, and I'm rapidly running low on ammo for it. I don't know where the pulse rifle was meant to be. Oh, a computron. Maybe a map of the training facility.
Engaged.
There's an armory, but the armory is in the training maze. I hate that. Weapons Officer Patton reporting. I've been putting the pulse rifle through its paces, babes. This is a sweet piece of steel that does a fair amount of bruising without eating a lot of ammo. Well, I'd love to access that if possible. It's gonna be a nightmare! I feel like a really lovely subversion of expectations is in order. When it's not in use as a training maze, it retracts all of the walls into the floor or ceiling, and it's just a big empty warehouse. You know, because maybe you want people to run through it multiple times, so you need it to be reorganizationable. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. No, doesn't really feel like it, does it? It's an egg. Kill it. Oh! Oh! Oh God! Oh God! Get it off! Oh God! And that was Alien vs. Predator from 1994. I really enjoyed that. I think maybe not the Alien and Predator campaigns, maybe if I was feeling particularly masochistic that day, but I think I could absolutely see myself playing through that Colonial Marine campaign. It was pretty good. It was fun. Felt nice to record. Don't play that again, I'm talking. It was nice to control. It was nice and hefty. Had some weight to it. The graphics are surprisingly cool. Considering this came out in 1994, I feel like it looks better than quite a lot of other games I played from 1994. Has like a nice vibe and a consistent atmosphere to it. They went a bit overboard on the Alien and Predator, but it's nice to look at. It's nice to listen to, mostly. Again, I assume it gets quite convoluted and annoying, but regardless, I think if you were a teenager in 1994, you probably would have been overjoyed with this if you were one of the 15 people who had an Atari Jaguar. I believe this was referred to as the killer app of the Atari Jaguar, and it sold like 50,000 copies, which is big for the 90s, but not really by today's standards. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, why not check out some of my other recent episodes? I play a lot of video games from the distant past. This isn't that distant, but it's 20, 30, God, it's 30 years ago now. Oh God, I'm getting old. Anyway, thank you for watching.